Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Tuesday and Leather Bag Lady weather report. It is a beauty. 18 degrees outside, November 1st. This weather situation, is going crazy. I just sat outside for a little bit. November 1st, it's 18 degrees and it's going to be beautiful all week. 18, 19 this coming weekend. I hope it is as lovely where you are, because this weather thing is just, who knows? Do you wear a coat? Do you not wear a coat? And with this hot flash situation going on, what do you know? Anyway, I've got something really special for you today. This is a piece that I've mentioned to you many times, and I haven't really been able to find much out about the company. Considering it's an iconic Canadian company, I was a little surprised that there wasn't any information out there. So I don't know whether I was looking in the wrong spots or whatever, but I have found a little bit of information, and I'm going to do a little history piece on this company after after I show you the item. So this is a gentleman's accessory travel case by Cooper Weeks Limited. Cooper Weeks, now Cooper Canada Limited, is where kind of hockey equipment started here in Canada. The company has been around since the information I found talked about the Depression affecting their sales. So that was 1920s, 1930s. So, I mean, just crazy. This item is 1950s, 50s, 60s, but probably more so 50s. It is a really nice caramel cowhide leather. There's a little Cooper Weeks Limited Canada, made in Canada. And there's a little serial number of some sort on the back. And then you open it up and it is just amazing. So let's unpack this little guy. So this is for handkerchiefs. There's your Cooper Weeks label. Genuine leather, Cooper Weeks Limited, made in Canada. Handkerchiefs. So I guess they get slipped in there and you can secure them here. Your accessories, whatever that looks like. So you can tuck, I don't know what you would tuck up in there, but you can. I don't think that comes off. I don't want to mess with it too much. No, it doesn't. And then there's a little zipper pocket here. And there's really kind of psychedelic fabric here. Neckties. So your tie goes there and you can secure it at the bottom. And then you close it up. It's got a fabulous zipper all the way around, and there you go. This item I don't think has ever been used. It is in 9 out of 10 condition, easily 9 out of 10. And the only reason I say 9 out of 10 is because there are a tiny little bit of drying in the corners. I resulted in a tiny little bit of color loss, but nothing too crazy. And I've moisturized it. But this is a little piece of Canadian history, fashion history, and sports history. This Cooper Canada was instrumental in creating hockey equipment and the advances in hockey equipment, plastics, all that kind of thing. And they used to make these travel accessories. So were they made for team players? Were they for general purchase? I have no idea. But anybody who is a crazy Canada hockey fan, this is a little piece of hockey history, I would say, just from the actual fact that the company is Cooper Canada Limited that made this. Now, I have 2 of them. I'm only listing this one for now. I actually had 3. I sold one a couple of years ago and didn't really realize what I had and the significance of what I had. I am not a hockey person. I mean, I follow my nephews, absolutely. But I didn't grow up with hockey. I grew up in the UK. Soccer was, what I grew up with. So I know that hockey and Canada are just a very kind of no-brainer couple. And somebody somewhere is going to have a man cave and, a display case or something. And this is going to look fantastic, if not only for the conversation aspect of it. So I've got a little bit of a history piece today, which I'll get to when we're done. But this is today's item, and it is now listed. So check it out on Etsy. So there we go. I was so thrilled that I found out a little bit about it because I knew the company. I mean, it's Cooper. Cooper still makes hockey equipment and whatnot. So anyway, today was a great day. Met my sister and brother-in-law and my parents and their realtors in St. Catharines to have a look at my mom and dad's new house. And wow, it is fabulous. It is as perfect for them as I thought it was going to be. And then a couple of layers above that, because it is just the cutest little place. Actually, it's not that little. It's only a 1-bedroom, but there's a full basement. And they met their neighbors who are as Scottish as my mom and dad are. And the lady's name is Mary as well. So we got a couple of wee Marys. And then we went for a cup of tea at Tim Hortons and they showed up. So they said, we're going to sit in the parking lot and see where you turn up next. And they're going to follow us. So that was wonderful. And it's just been a bit of a great day. So I have a little bit of news, which if you've been following me for the last 5 or 6 weeks, you may have noticed that there's a little bit of jewelry on my hand. Pius and I are getting married. So this happened 5 weeks ago, and we didn't tell anybody because we do appreciate it that it's very quick, but we're in our 50s. We are not getting any younger. We've both done it twice before, so we know what marriage is all about. And I think the fact that we want to do it again just says how amazing we feel about each other and how excited we are to share our future together. So, our time, people. Our time. I should probably send a little thing into them and say, yep, we met on your site and now we're getting married. No plans for when that's going to happen. And to be honest, when it does happen, we're just going to do it. We're not really going to share it with anybody. It's third time for each of us. We're not, we're not looking for any kind of marriage ceremony of any significance or anything like that. So my sister didn't know until last night. So we were kind of waiting to tell her between, everything going on with Thanksgiving and then her trip to Scotland. I just didn't feel like I needed to tell her until that was all over with. Because I don't think she could have handled any more information. Not that it's any big deal for them. My kids were quite happy. I think they know that I've been in a couple of relationships over the last 17 years since my marriage ended and really didn't want to move forward with any of those. So the fact that this is happening so quickly is just something that is very special and very exciting and a little scary at moments because, I have lived on my own with my kids, without my kids for 17 years. I've never lived with anybody. I've never wanted to live with anybody. We are going to try and live in this little house for a while just because the mortgage on this house is a car payment for most people. So you can't really ignore the head start we will get in our future with having this kind of opportunity to save and whatnot. So we're still a little up in the air. We thought we had a plan and maybe that plan might be changing a little bit. So anyway, so that's what's been going on for the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I've been really kind of unsure whether to share it, but I've done it. And hope hope it all works out, obviously. So that is it for my little bit of news, but I am going to give you the history piece on Cooper Weeks. So, Toronto, based in Toronto, 1960s to the 1980s were their heyday, where they were making hockey equipment, all that kind of thing. They were making like snowshoes, baseball equipment, all that kind of sports accessories as well. 1930s, the Great Depression affected their sales, so they decided that they were going to concentrate more on hockey, which I guess that's what they're doing to this day. Now, in the 50s and 60s, the manager of the Montreal Canadiens worked with Cooper to decrease the weight and all the other elements of hockey equipment that were slowing the players down. So Montreal Canadiens had a huge role in developing the technologies that kind of catapulted the old school hockey equipment moving forward to, the graphite hockey sticks, all that kind of thing that we find today. So that's our little tiny little history piece, and there's more out there. So if this piece is something you want for your man cave, or just as a conversation piece, there's a lot more history on Cooper Weeks that you could find, just to kind of bolster why this would be on a shelf, or use it, or whatever. Like I said, I really don't think this has even been used, so fits in a suitcase beautifully, and it's back in style. All these gentlemen's accessory pieces are all back in fashion now. So that's it for me today. Tomorrow, Halloween was a bit of a shit show last night. We had 3 groups of kids, I think maybe 13, 14 kids overall. So we went out and spent, $50 on candy for nothing. But anyway, it's all still in the house, and it's all like gummy fruit, Welch's fruit stuff. So we'll be putting that in our lunches for weeks to come, which is fine. I don't mind that stuff. So tonight, yeah, we're not doing much of anything. Not sure when Pius is getting home. And yeah, we're just counting down the days till our vacation now. So, and now the cat's out the bag, well and true. We can just be excited about what our future holds, and hope that everybody is excited for us. So on that note, I will love you and leave you, as my mom says, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.